This is Mike Baca for UCN Live. I'm sitting here with Bob Arum, founder of Top Rank Incorporated. We're at a media workout for Viktor Postol, who takes on Terence Crawford July 23rd on HBO pay-per-view. Bob, the matchup, put simply, it's the best versus the best in a unification fight of the 140-pound division. Are there not enough of these fights going on in boxing?
Well, they're tough to do. Each guy is a champion. Each guy is undefeated in this case. It's hard to get a guy to risk his undefeated record and his title. And now you have to do the fight. You have two guys, each guy risking his own title. So it's not an easy fight to do. That's why a lot of promoters have difficulty making fights like this happen.
In your opinion, is the winner of this fight the undisputed champion at junior welterweight?
Well, I would think that would be universally accepted, that the winner of this fight is the best 140-pounder. Who else is there?
On the undercard, Gilberto Ramirez recently, he suffered a hand injury. Do you have any update on his surgery and when you guys think he may start coming back?
I certainly have an update on the surgery. The doctor who operated on him, one of the great specialists in the world, Steve Shin, Dr. Steve Shin, who handled Lomachenko and Chavez Jr. and other fighters who had hand injuries, is the best. And he said the operation was very, very successful, and that he estimates it will, in 5 months, Gilberto will be returning to the ring. They have to keep this bandage or splint, whatever it's on now, and then they'll have a cast that'll be on for 2 more weeks, and then he can start the therapy, and he should be hitting the bags in about 2 to 3 months, and therefore 5 months from the operation is a good time where you can feel that he'll be back in the ring.
That's good news to hear. I want to talk about a couple more things going on in boxing. Most recently, the fight between Gennady Golovkin and Brook for the middleweight championship. What are your thoughts on that fight?
Well, my thoughts on that fight is Brook has big balls. I mean, a lot of guys don't want to go up against Golovkin, and here's a guy who's going up 2 weight classes to fight him. So, you got to admire that type of determination. But, I can't see him competing with Golovkin.
Now, my last question is kind of the elephant of the room since the news yesterday. ESPN wrote a story about Manny Pacquiao possibly ending his retirement and coming back later this year. How recently have you talked to Manny, and how true are those reports?
Well, the reports is very true. He always indicated to me that he wanted to return to the ring, but he doubted whether he could with his schedule as an elected senator in the Philippines. But he's conferred with the president of the Philippines, and they have the schedule, and he feels that he can train in the Philippines, devote himself to the business of the Senate, including the passage of a budget bill, which is very important, which will take place prior to October 15th. And the president of the Senate said that if he's scheduled to fight either October 29th or November 5, the Senate would be in recess, and it wouldn't interfere with Manny's duties as a senator. So if we can schedule a fight on either of those 2 Saturdays, we're in business. We have to make sure that buildings are available, etc.
Now, as for an opponent, the big rumor was Adrien Broner. Is he still a viable candidate to face Pacquiao?
Adrien Broner is no longer a viable candidate because he had certain financial demands, which he felt, I assume, were justified. But they're way out of our ballpark. There's no way we can match them. I don't know, what numbers he's thinking about, but we can't afford Broner, so we're looking in other directions.
Well, you heard it from the man himself, Mr. Bob Arum. This is Michael Baca for UCN Live.